Buenos dias. Good morning. Today is one of those days where I could have stayed in the bed, but of course I didn't. Bonjour, bonjour, bonjour. Let me set the timer and hopefully I would stay on track. Stopwatch. Good morning. Yes, yes, yes. I made it. I made it. The Lord woke me up. So, someone says when you wake up in the morning, always have a heart of gratitude that you just up. Today I'm going to stretch a lot. So we're going to do low impact, no jumping jacks. We're gonna stretch a lot because we are women of a certain age, and actually stretching is even more important than anything else. Good morning, bonjour. Yes, today we're gonna be doing a lot more stretching. Sun salute, breathe, pull your arm up like somebody is pulling you up from the ceiling. Ooh. And then down, grab your ankle. Oh, I tell you, that feels so good. Oh, back here. And then come to your knees and then stretch your neck all the way up here. One last time. Inhale. Pull, pull, pull. Whew. You feel that? I feel it all the way up here. Some days it's just for stretching. Oh my goodness, that feels so good. And then come to your knees and pull. Pull yourself forward. Did you feel that? All right. Shoulder rolls. How's everybody? Did you have a good night's sleep? Yeah, I'm supposed to have my video up today, but I haven't even recorded. It's been cloudy, so the light is a challenge, but I guess I'm gonna have to do it. Usually the video is up at noon. Today's gonna be, I was gonna go to the gym and work on my arms, but I think I should just stay in and and do whatever I can. That feels so good. Remember, we're gonna be stretching a lot today. Ooh. Ooh. I felt that. Are you feeling that? Today is stretching day. That's why yoga is so good for your body in terms of increasing your flexibility, but your muscles will thank you too. Uh, I love to stretch. So we're going to be doing a lot of that today. Whew. That feels good. But even stretching gives you a little cardio. Oh, I I didn't turn the AC on. Uh-oh. Forward. Forward. All right. So let's do the neck. All the way down. Relax it. Relax it. Let the tension go. And into the back, the thyroid. Breathe. And then to the right, just let it hang. Just let your neck hang. You know, you have those vertebrae in your neck. They need to be stretched too, right? It's not just your back. You got to protect it. And you know, I was telling you that my mom had a laminectomy, and I was horrified after I became a nurse to say that she allowed. You feel that? That she allowed somebody to take a knife to her neck. But all right, let's roll it. Be careful that you don't get dizzy. I do get dizzy when I do that one. Reverse. Okay. Whew, that felt good. Good morning. Hey, Greta. Yay, you woke up. That's good. Sandra, Miss Sandra, good morning. I've got to get ready for water aerobics. Like, good for you. But you're on point. Gratitude for another day. Hola, Lynette. Sandra, tell me where you get the water aerobics. I have some people who have asked me. Is it from in your building or is it like in a group setting? I'd be curious to find out. Yeah, water aerobics are very good because it doesn't put any tension on your knees, especially if you have problem with knees. I don't yet, so I'm very grateful for that. All right, we're loosening the hip joints, loosening the hip joints. All right, here's another yoga pose. Don't ask me what the name of it is. I don't know. And then you're gonna pull on one side. So you're stretching that hip joint again. Ooh, that feels so good. Now, pull your palms up and then come and go all the way over. You're still stretching that hip. I feel it, I feel it. And then yoga always asks you to move your head towards the sky as much as you can. Don't force it. But whatever move you're doing in yoga, you always pulling out. That's how you stretch the muscles, okay? Now we're gonna go to the other side. You're bending the right knee, and then you're gonna go up. Keep pulling, pull. Whew. Good, now palm to the ceiling, and then turn your head up to the sky. Oh my God, did you feel that? Did you feel that? I did. I like this one for the shoulders, front and back. That's good. Okay, so let's close in again. These are your strongest muscles in your body, okay, your quads. So they can take a lot of weight and a lot of stress. But what you want to do, just like we just stretch them, you want to tighten them, okay? And the best exercise to do that is just little squats, pulsing it. And those are very effective. Your quad, your legs, your butt, all right? So do as many as you can and you'll get the cardio, okay? So what do you want to talk about today? Let's see. You know, it's very encouraging that when I post something, people are very sensitive to my mood. and they get concerned. And there is no reason to get concerned. But I appreciate the sisterhood and the love because what I don't, and what a thing I don't want people to get the idea that because somebody's on YouTube or somewhere else, they got it all together. They're happy all the time. Everything is going peachy, peachy, peachy. Girl, do not buy into that lie. Everybody's going through something. Everybody. Now, what I won't do is just come here. Ooh, okay. Let me pause for a little bit. I'm going to turn the AC on, okay? This is Panama, and we need air. Whew. In fact, I have the handyman coming to do maintenance on the units. Yeah, I don't want anybody to think that you see somebody putting their face on camera and then you assume that, oh, they must really have it together. We don't have it together, sis. We struggle just like you. Now, of course, we've lived a few years, so there are some things that my leg is kind of straight right now. There are some things that we, you know, through experience, yo, balance, through experience, we've learned to cope with some things. And that's why coping skills helps you when you're in crisis. You can go, okay, we're gonna go straight up with the leg straight. Again, you're gonna feel that right here in that hip joint. Go straight, and remember what I said, pull. Another thing that yoga does for you, it does help your balance. And the balance is going to help you so you don't fall, okay? So that's important. So bend your knees now and go down a little bit. There we go. Yeah. When you bend the knees, it should look like this. Keep your alignment. Right, so we don't have it all together, okay? So don't let anybody fool you into thinking that they have it all together. And you know what I know in my practice is that the people who are chippy all the time and just bubbly and appear to have it all together all the time, they are the life of the party. And if something is happening, they're the one, you know, just, okay, we're gonna pull forward, and then hold our arms up, ooh, to exaggerate the move. Oh my gosh, right here, you should feel it. Whew, that is so good. All right, and then now bend the knee. The people who tend to be the life of the party, who are always, bubbly, a lot of those people commit suicide. That's a coping mechanism, and that is a way for them to pretend that their heart is not breaking. So don't be like that. It's okay to say, well, I'm struggling today, because this is a way for you to be in tune with your emotions. Acknowledge the emotions, first of all. That is very important. Okay, we're gonna stretch. Ooh, very good. The shoulders, the quads. You're gonna bring it up, round your back, and then pull your shoulder. Oof. Telling you, it's all about stretching today. Oh, so good. Yeah, I mean, every time I hear somebody, look at the actor, what was his name again? Who played in Mrs. God, the grandmother, Godfire or something like that. And then he committed suicide. His heart was breaking. He could not access help. And a lot of time when people are in that deep of a depression, the hopelessness that sets in tells you erroneously that this is it. There's no solution, there's no hope. Come on, sis, there is always hope. There is always something that you can live for, a goal that you can set, something to look forward to. And this is why I'm saying, even though in this, what the Spanish would call temporada, meaning this season, I may be bummed out because of, this is good. I may be bummed out because of what's happening in the world that I feel a bit hopeless about. But I'm acknowledging it. I'm saying, you know what? I'm so sad. This is bull. You know what I mean? I can get angry. It's okay to go through the different emotions. But what you don't want to do is stay in the dumps, because this is where the hopelessness sets in. You know, I have been, especially when I was married, younger, you in this situation where, let's say you're in church, right? And everybody thinks that, oh, Maggie, she's a role model. She got it all together. Good morning. Working out with me today. Awesome, Deborah. Got up early and clean while it was cool. Yes, living. Yeah, Robin Williams, thank you. You know, I can see people's faces in my but the name sometimes don't connect right away. Robin Williams, right? The people who are the funniest. Be careful. Be careful. I remember when I was in Florida, there was this. He was a weatherman on a local TV station, and he was all right. Let's do this. And he was the funniest thing. I mean, out of the group, he was always joking around. Just you're like, wow, what a happy man. You know, he was hiding a depth of sadness. And next thing we know, he turned his car on in his garage, and he was gone. Okay, now I'm not saying that this crazy life is all rainbows and it's no. And there are some people who go through things in life that, I ask myself and I'm like, how does she do it? How is she still standing? How is she still happy? Right? People go through abuse, molestation, financial thing, and abuse. Their husband beating them up. They're dealing with somebody who's an alcoholic. I mean, seriously. And sometimes I'm like, I don't even know how I could handle all that. But they're handling it with grace. But the danger of getting to that point where you're like, okay, I'm throwing in the towel. There is nothing to live for. So that's why when you get up in the morning and you stand up, you're able to sit on your feet, you're breathing. First thing you do, and that is a good habit to get into, as soon as your eyes pop open, open your eyes, not even open your eyes, open your heart to the sky and say, oh God, I thank you so much for waking me up. Thank you for breath. Thank you for life. Thank you for the space I'm in, that I've lived to be this long. I don't have major illnesses. And if I do, you helped me with physician. I got medication. You can always find something to be grateful for. There's a song when I was growing up. It's count your blessings, name them one by one. That is something I started doing when I was a bit younger. You just start thanking God for what you got, for the good things in your life. Don't mention all the bad. And it says if you start counting one by one, you're going to see that your blessings outweigh the things that are bad in your life. Even though sometimes with some people, and I'm like, I don't know, you might have to reach reach in really deep to find the good thing, because some people seem to have such an awful time in life, right? Everything seems to be going wrong. But this is where this thing, the ability to reach in and focus on the few positive that you have in your life, that takes courage. It's a lot easier to do the woe is me. It's a lot easier to just let the cloud envelope you. It's just like, oh my God, I don't think I'm ever going to get out of it. My kids are acting up. My husband's cheated. He's a deadbeat. My job is stressful. I mean, you start focusing on the negative, yeah, you're going to end up in that hole. The act of focusing on the positive takes energy, it takes courage, and it's a decision, sis. You have to decide, I have more positive in my life than I have negative. Therefore, I choose to be grateful. Therefore, I choose to be thankful. Therefore, I will not focus on all the things that are not going right in my life. And I choose to focus on the positive. When I was younger, also, someone wrote, love is a decision. Oh, I was so upset. I'm like, what do you mean love is a decision? You know, somebody may love you, they may not. If you don't feel love for somebody, you know, love is not all about feelings. It's a decision. When someone hurts you, you make the decision to forgive. And I like to talk about that a lot. Because forgiveness is also a decision. Saying to yourself, you know what? You've been awful to me, but I choose to forgive you. I choose to love you. And if you have a need, I will gladly help you. Now that takes courage. That takes maturity to, because we so much want to focus on ourselves, you know. We're the victim, you know, she did this, she said this, they're not doing this, they're not doing that, and we just focus on what people have done to us. That's not a good, that's not a recipe for a good positive life. No. If you're working with some people who are awful, and I have, you have, right? You choose how to deal with those people. You choose to just flick it when they say something bad to you, and you don't retaliate with, you know, something. You did that, I'm going to do something worse to you. That takes energy, and that's not going to make you feel good. So loving someone is not all about the feeling. It's an active decision that if you see that person needing something, you go and you do it. That's love. You see them and you say, oh my gosh, you look so good today. That's love. And that's the decision. If you need anything, just let me know. That's love. That's a decision. Because you may feel like, oh, look at her. She's so hateful, so awful. Yes, yes. But you're going to elevate. You'll be on that. You're better than that. Okay? So loving someone, not just your partner, your kids. Oh my God. How many of you have some children who are totally awful? Oh my God. Yesterday, a friend and I got on the phone. She broke her ankle, and I am her in Mexico with our family. So we decided to cry together while I walk. So she, you know what? That's an act of love, Greta. Thank you for doing that. We're dealing with parents, children, marriages, and unemployment. All of it. All of it. Yeah, Deborah, you know, as a parent, we do, you know, what we can for our kids. And usually we do good things because we wanted those kids. We love those kids. You know, I think nowadays, something that I'm not proud of it, seriously. And I'm being vulnerable here with you. I see people go into individual fertilization and they're just spending money, getting all these shots, and that's painful, so they can have a child. And I'm sitting here thinking, sis, don't work so hard because Some of these kids are rotten. You know, you do what you can for them, but some of these kids will be your demise, whether with things they do or don't do. I have a friend who has two boys and a girl, and both boys are in jail and for long sentences. So for the longest time, this woman, is living in pain, crying herself to sleep, waking up crying, until one day she had to snap out of it and say, you know what? It's a done deal. I didn't do, my conscience is clear as a parent. I didn't do anything for what's happening. Therefore, what can I do? How can I encourage these kids? Because even though someone's in jail, there's still a chance for regeneration. They could, change their life and find God. Okay? So it is never too late for a human. As long as there is breath, there is hope. So I think today we want to stick to the idea that loving someone, choosing to be good to someone, choosing to help someone, even though they might not deserve it, is an act of love, and it's a decision. And in my book, doing something good for someone is always better than sticking it to them, right? Doing tit for tat. They did this, I'm going to do that. How does that make you feel? Do you feel good after you've done that? I don't know. I've never been one to be doing that, right? Because I may cry because of something someone did to me or said to me, but I'm not going to actively try to, let me give you one that's going to hurt you more than you hurt me. No, I think that takes too much energy, right? Whew. And I like to look myself in the mirror and be okay with what I see. I don't want to carry the weight of guilt of saying I did this to somebody. The way I live my life is I mind my own business. I stay in my lane. I'm an introvert. I'm not exaggerately out there in people's business. I don't need to know everything that's happening with people. I don't, And so when someone, first of all, you're not going to have a lot of opportunity to do things to me. But sometimes things come to my on my radar, or I see somebody being cold or something. If I have an opportunity, I'll say once in a while, I'll say, well, hey, I'm just saying, hey, hope you're doing well, right? You can choose to answer or not. But, if I find out that you did or said or you're upset, if I have an opportunity, I'm going to say, sis, are we good? Did I do something? Because to me, I like to live in a clean space, right? I want to live in a clean space. I don't want anything to harbor and people being upset because of something I did. So I will ask you, did I do something? Because if you say yes, and this is where the problem comes in, most people would say, no, everything's good. Instead of coming and say, yes, you said this and I'm upset. Yes, you did it. That's what you need to do. If someone says something to you, does something to you, go to the source, deal with it, sis. We are grown. We are grown. We're not children. We're not teenagers. We don't need to throw water at people, make them fall, and try to think that that's going to make you feel good. It's not. All right? So if you have an opportunity, clear the air. Now, a lot of people have family members that you're dealing with like that. Okay? I go out of my way to find an opportunity to say, what's up? What gives? I noticed this. Did I do something? Let's talk about it. I don't like to keep things festering. Let's deal with it. Now, if the person said, nope, we're good, we're good. But if you go and you still harbor, you still angry, that's on you, sis. That is on you. I open the door. I give you an opportunity to clear the air. If you tell me we're good, I'll take you at your word. And that's why sometimes you have to let people go. I think I heard that preacher say that. You know, when people come in your life and then they're just a pain and they're just upset you and doing things, sometimes you got to put them, at a distance for your own peace of mind. I try to clear the air. When you do this, it really upsets me, and I have this. Can we try to work it out? Can you not do this because it upsets me or whatever? And they insist on not doing anything, you got to let him go. There are people that you keep at a distance, right? You're not enemies, but they're not good for your space. They're not good. Some people you have to let them go. You have to put them at a distance. And sometimes it's children, it's close family members. All right? So that's the way life is. We have to act as grown people and not allow people to constantly hurt us or say things. But again, we're talking about gratefulness today. Being grateful is a recipe for happiness, and it keeps depression away when you are able to constantly thank God for what He's done for you. It's a recipe to keep you, happy, because your happiness is your responsibility, nobody else's. All right, I'm going to be doing some chest press today. Oh, maybe I won't need to go to the gym. If I do the chest press, I'm good. All right, let's go. With me, I'm not doing on my toes, just my knees and a straight back. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. It's the 2 more. 1, 2. Those are good. All right. So I'll try to remember that. If I do those chest press, I don't need to worry about going to the gym and working on those machines. And I go to the gym and I'm wiping, doing all this stuff, and other people just get on and get off. It's the same thing. So I do sometimes before I go on a machine and wipe it down myself. $20. That's good. Wow. Yes. So sis, try to practice thankfulness, okay? Because it doesn't matter what's going on. You always can find something to be grateful for, right? All right. So this is going to stretch your back. You're going to try to touch your toes and go down, down, down. Now, some people are flexible enough, they can go all the way down. I'm not, because I don't want to stretch it too much. Your back, you need gentle stretches, because those vertebrae are getting a little old, just like the rest of you. So don't forget that, all right? But you definitely want to push a little bit. Oh, that is so good. So, so, so good. I love it. All right. But me, because my problem is my core, I'm always doing everything I can to tighten up that core. This is a good one too. Look at that. My arms are shaking, but, right? You are trying to work here. Again, let's try. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now, when I get good, I'll be able to lift those legs one at a time. I'm not there yet. May never get there. And that's okay. That's okay. All right. Whew. We're always doing bicycles, but the one thing I never want us to forget, because we are women of a certain age, is tightening those bladder muscles. Remember, I still have this layer of fat here. Now, like I said, I could go under the knife, but I'm not. People have all kinds of problems, adhesions and pain and a little bit of suture that left in. I don't want any of that. God did not create us to have a knife go in there. Everything He created was perfect. Now, unless you need major surgery, people doing BBL and all kind of stuff, go ahead, sis. Go ahead. I'm not going to tell you not to. But for me, I don't need it. I think it's vain at my age to go under the knife so I can have a flat belly. And I see these people on TV with their fake boobs and all kind of stuff. It's like, you go ahead, sis. Ooh, you see that? How that muscle, oh, this is so good for your quad. So now you're going to stretch it. Let's do the other one before we do the belly. Okay? And actually, you could stay on the floor, for your whole exercise. And then we're going to stretch a little bit more. Okay? But this is a good exercise for your quad. And it's safe enough. And you do as many as you can until it gets really uncomfortable, right? So it's probably going to be, I think one of my legs is stronger than my other. I don't know. I'm lopsided that way. I'm starting to feel it, but you don't stop the moment you start feeling it. You always try to go a little longer. Whew, that is good. And you can stretch. Now, you see this stretch here? Not only does it stretch the back of your leg, but it's stretching your lower back, the last vertebrae, your lumbar, and your sacral. This is good. Okay? So, try to grab your ankle if you can. Oh, see, the fact that you put your feet flat, it stretches back here. Excellent. All the way down there. All right. Inner thighs and this one. All right. So let's do the bladder tightening. Remember, try to put your lower back on the floor. So to do that, you have to suck it in, right? You got to go into your core. And then, if you want to put your hand on there, and then we're going to breathe in. When you breathe in, and then we're going to hold it, okay? 1, 2, 3, suck it in. In we go. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. And exhale. Whew. That's good. Let's do it again. Hands, take a deep breath, and hold. Then you breathe out. And now we can pulse it, right? Lower back on the ground. And we go. I can see it. Hopefully you can. And then hold. 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 Lower back on the ground. Hold. 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 Heel to the ground. Hold. Put your arms up. You're going to exaggerate the move. Hold. Your tummy is holding. Your butt is holding. Everything is tightening. Tight, 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 tight. Tight, 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 tight. Tight, 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 tight. Now lift up your head if you can. And tight. Tight. Woo. Tight. Tight. Ah. Wow. Wasn't that amazing? All right. We're going to stretch. Stretch again. Stretch again. Stretch. 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 And then this is another good stretch. You've done this before, right? Stretch. 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 All right, I just want to do some abdominal crunches and then we'll be done. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 32, 33, 34, 5, 36, 37, 8, 39, 40, 42, 43, 4, 47, 48, 49, 50, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Elongate, stretch. Elongate, pull. Somebody's pulling you from the top and the bottom. Stretch. You tighten the muscles, now you want to release them. And the elasticity is going to help reshape them. You tighten and then you stretch it out. All right. All right, guys. I think we're done. Do you feel nice and warm and loose? Today I wanted to stretch some more because it's not always about cardio and jumping up and down. You gotta stretch your muscles and to get that overall sense of well-being. All right, I have a few minutes. If you guys have any questions, you can ask me anything. Good morning. Yes, practice gratefulness, Lynette. It is definitely a recipe for happiness. And remember, contentment is the goal. Happiness is situational. Happiness depends on, have a great day, on what's happening in your life. I'm healthy, I have money, I have a boyfriend, whatever. That's happiness. But contentment is a state of being, is your inner self, how you feel about yourself, about life. And, you're calm. You don't just go crazy about everything. Yes, you have your moment, but you're able to come out of it and you're in tune with yourself, with your emotions. You're not pretending, oh, I'm happy when I'm really feeling horrible. You could say, I'm having a bad day today, and it's okay. But the next day, you get up and you work out and you go. That's life. Peaks and valleys. Peaks and valleys, right? Love and forgiveness, a decision, Lynette. You got it. People don't deserve your love. You choose to love anyway. People don't deserve to be forgiven. I was watching a documentary about this girl who was trafficked. I think her parents sold her to this person. You know, in the Asian countries, they do that, especially to girls. And she was trafficked. The stories of these girls, I'm always bawling when I'm watching it. For a little girl to say she had to service 30 men every night, and the money, as soon as they get the money, it goes to the, whatever they call these people, you know, and going through that, for her to always keep thinking, I'm going to get out of here. I'm better than this. This does not define me. And she found a way to escape. And then for her to, she wrote a book and she said, I forgive my parents and I forgive the trafficker. You know, when she did that, they did not deserve her forgiveness, but she knew her healing was dependent on her releasing them. It's like cutting, you know, whatever is holding your wings, you know, like a little bird. You snap it, you say, I forgive you. You don't deserve my forgiveness, but I choose to forgive you. Oh my God, that was powerful to me. So that it tells you that it doesn't matter what someone does. You've seen people who've been victims of a crime, right? Somebody shoots their child or their husband. And in the moment, I'm like, I don't know if I could do it. But she's like, I forgive you. Wow. That transcends human capacity. For somebody to shoot your loved one, take them out of your life, and you still look them in the eye and say, I forgive you. I went to Rwanda, and all the things that they were doing there, the president was doing to heal his country. I think Kagame, whatever his last name is, but he was a soldier. And after the genocide, he had the intuition that in order for him to heal his country, for Rwanda to move from the history. Because, you know, when anybody thinks of Rwanda, that's the first thing that comes to mind. And I was there, guys. I went to that genocide museum and it broke me. It broke me. The pictures, the stories. Whew. But what he did, he got, you know, Tutsi and Hutu, the people who were there, he brought them together. And I'm sure he had some psychologists come to kind of help create a program for people to talk about what happened, the horror of what happened, you know, neighbors cutting each other's head, machete, all the things that when I, you know, there's a movie with this guy, Hotel Rwanda, remember that? To show you how evil fanned the flame, and when it exploded with the plane crash, people were like programmed to do things. Just like we're seeing some things happening in our world today when people are kind of programmed. They've given their mindset over to a cause or somebody so that you lose the ability to be rational. You lose the ability to say, this is wrong. I can't be doing that, right? But once you've given away your mind to something or someone or an ideology, that's why you have the people who put strapping things to your body and blowing yourself up. Who does that? But the mind can be controlled. Your mind is yours. That's why I tell people, do not allow certain things in, whether it's what you watch, whether it's what you listen. These are all opening for spirits, for things to enter and get a hold of you. So, you know, good and evil in this world, that's just a yin yang. That's always happening. But you are responsible for you, your family, your kids. So you do not allow. That's why I don't watch certain movies. I don't watch certain program. I don't listen to certain music because that's an opening. You're opening yourself. And on social media, whew, things come on and I'm like, delete, 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 block, delete. You don't have to open everything. Don't open attachments you don't know. I don't. So I'm telling my sisters too, if you're sending me a link, chances are I'm not going to open it because I do not do that. That's a practice that I do for myself. Okay. So when you choose to forgive someone, it is your decision. It doesn't depend on them needing it, being worthy. You're dealing with you. You are trying to keep yourself centered, sane, grateful, peaceful. Okay? Yes, ma'am. All right. So you guys are good? Well, we got to encourage each other, guys, because this is some crazy times we're living in. But again, I say some people have gone through worse, are going through worse. So when we want to have a pity party, like I did a little pity party for the last 2 weeks, and then I have to look at myself in the mirror and say, Maggie, you need to snap out of it. Just don't be so full of yourself. It's you're not getting the worst. Some people are going through way, way, way much worse. Okay? But I have to keep myself steady. I have to keep myself sane. All right? I feel better when I'm at peace with myself and the world. All right, guys. Y'all have a good day. I think today was day 6. Mm. I was good yesterday, but I bought some bananas and I had too many bananas. But, I mess up almost every day. But I had some of my veggie bowls, and I had a veggie patty, and then I had, what else did I have? Oh, I had some watermelon, things like that, which is good. Stephanie Rose here from Florida. Oh, I love you too, Stephanie. First time seeing your name, but thank you. Yes, we are exercising every day. I was going to climb Encon Hill this week, but I have a date with my friend Modiwa, so I'll do it next week. So one day next week, instead of the exercise, I'm going to take you on my hike. There is a little hill. It's not so little, but it's a nice incline. It's the tallest part of of the city, so I'll take you on. It's a really nice. So I do it early before the rain starts. And some people go there like at 4 or 5 a.m. Too early for me. And they can see the sunrise over the city. It's a nice one. We have to break it up. That's why today we just stretch, most likely. We don't have to do the same thing, especially with exercise. You have got to mix it up. Otherwise, your muscles get used to it and they're like, oh, we've seen this before. But if you do something and they're like, oh, this is a new thing, let's try that. All right. May your day be joyful, all of you. I bless all of you. I bless me. Let us be at peace with everybody and just practice gratefulness and thankfulness throughout the day. All right. Bye, guys. Love you. Mwah.